The Grizzlies trail by 4. Conley kicks to Gasol. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Now Bradley. There's the pick. Irving attacking. Here's Love. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Love's got his first basket.
And when you've got that much of a size advantage on your defender, that's how you take advantage of it.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career and would end up being the most winning team he's played on. Says something about how long he's waited for success.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. White, he's checked in for Gasol. Green comes in for Hezonja. Evan Fournier's checked in for Tony Allen. And it's Payton in for Mike Conley. Hayton. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game. And Love, who would also go on to make his first postseason appearance, played in the first round last year. It was a complete 180 for him in what he was used to at Minnesota.
And even though there were ups and downs for Love last season, you know that he must have enjoyed winning for a change. And being in the league so long without making the playoffs, he finally got a chance to play in the postseason. Whoa, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Outside, Green. Back to Payton. Picked by Randolph. Fournier for 3. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Cavaliers. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. They've got Matt Barnes. Brandon Wright is out there with Green. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Payton in at the point. And it's Green missing.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
Smith right side. And stolen by Barnes. Here's Fournier. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Fournier's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Grizzlies. And for Black, Greg, everyone did wonder if he would be the right fit early. As the season wore on and the Cavs got tougher, those questions, Clark, went away.
Yeah, and I think most people forget that he's an iconic coaching legend overseas.
Good point, yeah.
So coaching is coaching. Sure, it's not the NBA, but this guy brought a pedigree and resume that was quite substantial.
Wright sets a screen. Jeff Green on the wing. And the Grizzlies check on 2 more.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Payton against Williams. Verajao setting the pick for Williams. That's a 2 from Smith. Got a piece of it.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Barnes dishes to Green. Again, Memphis.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Clark, Brandon Wright was moving all over the league last year, all over the map, traded twice, once from Dallas to Boston, then again sent to Phoenix where he finished up the season.
Kevin, he was only with Boston for 8 games after the trade. He seemed to find a better home when he was with Phoenix.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Cavaliers.
And for Wright, being traded twice, he's one of those players that is so efficient, but in small doses. So really the ultimate bench guy to come in and give you minutes in the post.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Mozgov, he's checked in for Verejao. Love comes in for Johnson. LeBron's checked in for Decker. And Irving subbed in for Williams. Then for the Grizzlies, Marc Gasol's checked in for Wright. Randolph comes in for Matt Barnes. And it's Conley in for Payton. Memphis moving it around. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Randolph. Can't get it to go. Good D by Love.
You know, I think that will ultimately be Wright's role going forward. A great bench option. Despite all the trades, last year he was still extremely efficient as a scorer.
Mozgov kicks to LeBron. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Well, we know that Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Gasol kicks to Green. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach his target.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders, but thus far he's proved to be worth it. And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
The second chance effort. And it's blocked by Conley.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Gasol on the high post. Green against Mozgov. Gasol attacking.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before that.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Memphis.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Bradley's checked in. Izanya, he's checked in for Memphis. Allen comes in for Fournier.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Now here's Allen. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Conley into the lane. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. Here's LeBron. He has 7. On the wing, Irving. Back to LeBron. He gets it up. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Grizzlies. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And what he gives his team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going. And in that first half, young fella had it going.
Not just an edge, though, Greg. I think he gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have. And he's a special player to have around, no doubt about that.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Just a quality performance. And, you know, we do expect to see that from him. And he's always setting the bar high for himself. And sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good this guy really is.
And, Greg, you know how it was as the marked man when you were playing on great teams in your past. It's hard to perform when everybody's locked in on you. To be able to play like he has when you have a reputation of being the guy, that's impressive.
Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Kyrie Irving is out there with Bradley. And it's LeBron in the small forward position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Randolph can't hit. And to nobody's surprise, Zach Randolph enjoyed an outstanding season, Clark, in 14-15.
And, you know, ironically, by taking more of a backseat to front court make Marc Gasol, Randolph played better, the best rebound rate of his career.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Shooting for Cleveland.
And for the Grizzlies, they had to be encouraged by Randolph's play after signing him to that extension. I mean, he'd been set back by the knee injury, but he came back in a big way. And Randolph happy to be back in Memphis. He said, this is home. This is where I belong. And look, he's helped establish this team as a power in the Western Conference. And for me, this is the right place for him to be.
So it's the Cavaliers now. It's a 3-point game. Gasol is screen on Irving. It's Allen on the wing. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. And the rejection by James. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Picked by Mozgov. Back to Bradley. Plenty of space. And another miss by Cleveland. Memphis leading by 3. Now here's Conley. He has 5. Allen kicks to Gasol. And he makes good on the layup. Gasol's got 6. The Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half.
Well, I tell you, the Grizzlies guys were really dominant in the first half of the season last year, but after the All-Star break, barely played above 500.